So each day I have students do what is called a liberation message. That is my version of what other teachers, other educators may call a do now, a warm up, a drill every day. So the first thing they do, they come in and write today's date and they copy down the journal entry, which is more than often a quote by prominent African American. This week was Maya Angelou. Last week was Bell Hooks. One, I'm exposing them to individuals that have made positive contributions to society. And it also gives them opportunity to practice their writing.
There is no greater agony than bearing an untold story inside you, Maya Angelou.
There's no greater agony than what?
Than an untold story inside you.
Bearing an untold story. So I teach over 97% Black students, many of which have no knowledge of Africa, contemporary Africa, or pre colonial Africa. I recognize that without knowledge of self, it is impossible for young people to imagine a future or see themselves in the future. Again, part of my educational practice is geared toward teaching knowledge of self, self-awareness, self-actualization to students, who most of which are descendants of people on the continent of Africa. So, I just do me. I teach from what I would consider an African-centered perspective. And I just feed my students bits and pieces of information, and I try to teach them in a way that is more suited for them culturally. Students perform well when you provide them with examples that look like them and come from where they come from. Not only those examples, but definitely those examples. And I feel the need, working in a public school, to immerse students in the culture and in the aesthetics of Blackness. I recognize that as part of the academy, which is very Anglo-Euro-centered and male-centered, that students need to see more images of women who define themselves as Black or brown. I simply just want to be an example of what is possible. I have no doubts that art can be more than cathartic. It can be cathartic, it can be therapeutic. It can save children's lives. It gives them the vehicle by which they can define themselves. It's a form of self-expression, but it's a form of self-expression that validates folks' humanity. And when you come from marginalized communities, whether you are conscious of that marginalization or not, it can have a negative impact on your life, a negative impact on your existence. For me, my chosen vehicle is art, and I don't know a better vehicle for validating one's humanity than the arts.